can see you. That's wonderful. Alison, a big welcome to you.
Respect for women's rights is a litmus test for any governing authority, and against which any governing authority must be judged. But with the announcement yesterday, the Taliban missed a critical opportunity to show the world that it is truly committed to building an inclusive and prosperous society.
She's speaking to us live from Kabul.
The lack of clarity of the Taliban's position on women's rights has generated incredible fear. And this fear is palpable across the country. Memories are vivid of the Taliban's rule in the 1990s, where there were severe restrictions on women's rights. And women and girls are understandably afraid. And this fear is compounded by the fact that the Taliban is yet to fully articulate its position on women's rights.
Very much, Alison, for those remarks. We'll now turn to...
But every day we're receiving reports of rollbacks on women's rights. Women are prohibited from leaving the house without a mahram. In some provinces, they're stopped from going to work. Women protection centres that provide essential services for women who flee violence have been attacked. And safe houses for women human rights defenders, including journalists and activists, are at full capacity. Thank you. So in terms of UN Women's response, we're working to provide support to ensure that the humanitarian response in Afghanistan does two things. Firstly, that it addresses the needs of the most affected women and girls. But secondly, and this is critical, that we also ensure the equal participation of women in the delivery of the humanitarian response, that we don't prioritise protection at the expense of participation.
Thank you for the briefing.
It's arguable that in the history of Afghanistan, that it has never faced a humanitarian crisis of these proportions. But Afghanistan has an incredible resource. Its people, men and women and youth. And so it's critical going forward that the leaders of Afghanistan draw on its diversity to chart a way forward through this crisis. They cannot afford not to.